We could complain about clouds, but without clouds, we wouldn't have this gorgeous work of art. Look at that light. And the amazing thing is, right behind me, let me show you, we have the full moon still not set in all its splendor. Sorry for the speed here. Look at this, people. There's the full moon. So this is the beauty. God made the great light to rule the day and the lesser night to rule the night. People watch this sunrise. Isn't that amazing? It's just so beautiful. You know, contemplation is about silence and quiet and pondering, just taking it in. We need that. Yeah, I get over there in Nevada, I see somebody's talking here from Nevada. Dale. You know, we got the same moon here, by the way. You got a full moon there because we got a full moon here. We got it first. Thank you all for the birthday greetings. Very kind of you. A year of Thanksgiving. First person I think of is my mom and my dad, of course. But my mom, I think, had trouble giving birth to me 66 years ago today. So God rest her soul and reward her for all her goodness and all she carried because of me. And my dad for his great integrity and kindness and goodness. And my siblings, all four of them. So here we have the birds singing. So I started off this morning with a good intensive walk since it was dark. And then had a swim in the Sea of Galilee. Get the new year off to the right way. And here we are doing our sunrise stroll and chat. And there are great words today for us in the readings. It really is probing the depths of all of our struggles. Who doesn't have struggles? Hey, look at these guys out early for a fun ride. That's not a tourist boat, okay? These are people out there for a fun ride. I think they want to get out closer to the sunrise. We missed the boat there, so we won't be able to go with them. We won't complain about it. We'll be thankful for the beautiful things we have. And, you know, Paul lets out a huge sigh today, a huge sigh about the human condition. And he includes himself totally. There's debate if he's talking about himself or talking about all of humanity, because the letter to the Romans addresses all the struggle between good and evil in humanity. But I think it's applicable for all of us, and he lets out this one big complaint, you know. What a miserable situation I'm in. What a wretched state I'm in. I want to do the good, but I don't do it. And I know what it is to do good. I know what the good is that I need to do. I want to do good and I don't do it. And I don't want to do bad and I end up doing it. I fall into it. I fall. This is our human condition. And I have a big favor for you today to ask. And that favor is, think of somebody who's always complaining and do it nicer than me. Do it in a nice way. Find a way to help this person not to complain. Because that's the last thing Paul did with his life. Okay, we have a sigh of exasperation now and again, of course. Prolonged for a while, of course. But it cannot be our lifestyle. There's just too much good. There's too much good in our lives, too much given to us. The amount of good that's in a little flower, all the planning, all the engineering, all the greatness, all the gift of life that's in there, the gift of new life of the next generation. And a small little flower that withers in a day. And what's given to us? Maybe we have university education even. Wow. Because we can read and write. Wow. What so many people can't. And we've been able to travel. Wow. And we've had family and had parents and have neighbors and have teachers. Wow. And have medical care. Wow. And we still complain. So Paul is kind of giving us a great cue here. And our faith is a faith of responsibility. Abraham responds to God. And he lives the responsibility. And even Job, with all his complaining, or the prophet Jonas and the whale and all his complaining and all his refusals, they end up answering, responding, being responsible, doing what they're asked to do, living their great calling. And the gospel is kind of telling us to be clever. Jesus is saying, settle your account with your opponent on the way to court, because nothing better is going to come out of the court decision. Settle on the way, reconcile. Some people don't want to reconcile, but that's foolishness. The name of the game is reconciliation, even with ourselves, with God. And stop complaining. Celebrate the gifts we have. I was complaining I didn't have shoes until I saw a man without feet. That famous, isn't that a song? I think it's a song, isn't it? And I was complaining about the color of my blanket until I saw somebody who didn't have a blanket. Some people, unfortunately, are caught in a rut, and we need to help them, because that's a real paralysis. And they spend their whole life complaining about political situations, about church situations. Oh, look at this little bird here. About family situations, about financial situations, about a work situation. Spend their whole life energy complaining. What a disaster. This little bird came here for us this morning. God made the whole world for us. To find Him. To respond. To love. To be grateful. To adore, to worship. Imagine the very fact that we can believe. That's a huge deal. To be able to believe. Hey, there's two people out here on paddleboards. And so many people don't believe. I've met so many. I've talked to quite a few this week who profess atheism. And that's okay. I'm not knocking them or anything. I'm just saying what a gift we have to be able to believe. To be able to recognize the Creator. To recognize the Lord of life. To be in His company. To know ourselves as His children. Here we got a big animal down here. Making a lot of noise. A big fish or something. Where are you, fish? They just did a big, big wave down here. Not as big as a whale for sure, but I don't see where it is now. It might be one of those, we had the name for it before, like not an otter, not a beaver, but there's another one around here that's in that kind of category. There's a whole family of them actually. So it might have been one of those guys. Discernment, to discern, to know ourselves. And each of us has our own problems, you know. The one is an alcoholic, another one is unemployed, another one has cancer, another one doesn't have medical care, another one has problems with the kids, another one has a problem with the spouse, another one has problems with their parents, health issues, financial issues, real estate issues, you know. So we all have our things and our issues and our challenges. Everybody, there's nobody who doesn't have it. So then the question is how we deal with it. And you know, the challenges are a huge asset. A huge asset. Because a gold is purified 7 times in the fire. Do you want to buy gold that's bad quality? Does God want gold that's bad quality? So the gold has to get purified in the fire, in the difficulties, in the challenges, in the problems. That's where our gold is purified. So every trial that comes is really a huge blessing. Because there my patience can grow, my forgiveness can grow. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive others. There my perseverance can grow. What an opportunity when we have trials. I was amazed once by an American politician. He actually ended up being president. And he, in his campaign, this was a long time ago, 40 years ago, and he said, in Texas, a problem is not a problem, it's an opportunity. We had pilgrims here from Texas yesterday, and from California, from Ohio, from Spain. So people are coming back. Thanks be to God. I'm not sure if I'm going over time here. I'm probably reaching the limit, but I want to see if I get the 2 paddle boards in the sunlight for you. That's why I'm heading this direction. So there can be all kinds of problems and difficulties, but nothing is too much for us. My grace is sufficient, said the Lord to Paul when he was complaining. Another time, Paul was complaining. Another time, you're about the thorn in his side. That's what he calls it. And he was complaining, and then he said, take away the thorn from me, Lord. Take away this problem. Take away this injustice. Take away this difficult sibling. Take away this difficult parent. Take away this difficult spouse. Take away. And he said in prayer, he had this answer. My grace is sufficient. My grace is sufficient for you. So here these people are arriving in at the dock here. So I'm not going to get a better angle on the sun. So they're docking. And I think it'll soon be time for us to dock as well. And this is a beautiful spot to do that. People, thank you so much for joining this morning. God bless you. Thanks for all the prayers, all the greetings. And let's continue doing this growth together with God's Word and beautiful nature. It's just splendid. This is where I swam this morning. It was early dawn. See you later, alligators. God bless you.